which was 12 in total, so that's 12 plus the original 10. So 22.
Okay, then it would be bloodied. So
Excellent.
I'll add that on there. They're hurting. Hands are still hanging on the railing, but body is down in the ocean.
Oh, disconnect the hand.
Say that again.
So I did disconnect the hand.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, that was.
You
awesome.
severed the hands. Yes.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. Let's not use the word disconnect right now. It's too soon.
Yeah.
It's too soon.
Shots.
Bad luck.
Shots fired.
It's still saying live for me, so that's weird.
I think you're back.
Yeah, it's saying we got 14 people in and we're live still. So.
Yeah, we're back.
And we're back.
Man in the can, get back in that can.
That's right. And we're back. Good old.
Welcome
That's
back to
how it was
Nerd
funny.
Lab 101 Shots.
Say it again.
Welcome back to Nerd Lab 101 Shots.
All right, people, welcome back to the D&D 101 shot for the Nerd Lab. First ever one shot, we're going great here, technically.
Pew, pew, pew.
Every time an enemy dies, you take a shot of 100 proof vodka.
That's right.
I think I got about 6 shots to catch up on with all the people that just fell into the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Start.
That
Our
turn, that
DM is
spell
going to be
seems-
got drunk.
seems pretty good. All right, Aggrum. So
Hey,
Jonathan,
how high?
Go ahead.
How high is this? Like how from the deck in the middle to the
about
deck?
10 feet. 9 or 10 feet
Um,
on the deck.
Can I just jump up there to get to this guy?
You can give me an athletics check.
That's a nat 20.
Yeah. Like original Incredible Hulk style. Take a couple steps and little more than even you thought. You
Yeah, because my athletics is +6 as well. So
so 26 total. Yeah, you leap up and
Right here.
get to him.
wherever. Yeah, and I'm gonna take. So the way with two-handed weapon it works is I swing with my one hand and a bonus action swing my second.
With dual, yeah.
With two, yeah, okay.
And then you
All right, so yeah, I'm just
unless your ability says otherwise, you don't add your proficiency modifier to the second.
I'm champion. Or no, wait. Let me just make sure. Let me just read. Sure.
Take a look at what you got.
You can add your ability modifier to the damage of the second attack. So, all right. So I'm gonna roll the first one. Is a 16 to hit.
That is.
All right. And the second one is an 11 to hit.
Does not.
Okay, so that's 1d6. And that is 6 damage.
Nice.
And yeah, I'm just gonna stare at him. Really mean.
So you got this is this large, looks like a 6-foot tall dwarf who's with a mohawk, who's already like his left cheek. Now that you're close to him, is completely decayed, and you can see like his teeth, his molars and wisdom teeth and whatnot, poking out, and then he already looks scared and kind of burnt up a little bit from this radiant light. And then you growl, go give me an intimidation. And then
That's a whopping 6.
yeah, he's not even looking at you. He's scared of Chauncey over there. Chauncey, what was when they take damage, they get a chance to save or something?
No, it ends once they take damage.
Okay, so it ended.
Oh, his turn. Okay, gotcha. Okay. I should have tried to kick him off. Damn it.
Yeah, I'll let you try. Throw him off. That's what's fun about fighting on a ship. All right. Simri.
Seeing that Agram has got Mohawk Dude busy, I'm not so worried about him anymore. So I'm gonna run back over to the other side so I can look over and see the bear. Just look over the railing to see where they all are, and kind of looking for 3 or 4 of them that are really close together. Are like those ones that are in the center of the ship. They're fairly close, 5-10 feet apart.
If
As they're
you're
climbing
are you
back
trying to
up.
hit the ones in the ship or in the water?
Water.
Though, yeah, the ones to your left here in the water would be close. The closest ones together.
They're all pretty close. All right, so
yeah, these 3 right here you could hit.
okay. So using metamagic distance spell. So normally for a touch spell that's touch range, I can go. I can cast it up to 30 feet away. So will that still be able to hit them?
That's just long. Yeah, that's just enough.
Okay. So I'm going to use one sorcery point for that, and then I'm going to cast at first level, Burning Hands, which would be a 15-foot cone, and I angle it somehow so it hits all 3 of them.
Yeah, so you take like your hand with your bracelet and you just lean it over the side of the ship.
Yep.
Directly down on them.
Yep.
So it's like a dunce cap, a large dunce cap coming down on them.
Exactly, but it can actually go because I'm using distance spell. So, do I need to use distance spell to even do that? Are they close enough?
If it's a touch, so it's a touch spell, but it has like 15-foot.
It's self, so they got to be like 50. I would blow from my hands if I leaned over a little bit and reached my hands down. I'd have 15-foot cone.
No, yeah,
you
need distance. 15 feet is just too short.
Okay, so I'll use my distance spell to make sure I get it, and so I can get all 3 of them in there. So casting Burning Hands at first level, so that's 3d6. It's going to be a Dex of 14 save.
Okay. I'm going to give it a disadvantage since they're in the water.
Okay. Oh, nice. I got 14 points of fire damage.
Fire damage?
Fire, yeah.
Sweet.
Burning Hands.
Yeah, they are. They're burning, and it's doing a lot of damage. And you start to see, if you look over, you start to see kind of this goo starting to like creep out of these burn scars and everything. But the fact that they're in the water, they're able to like dunk down real quick and get the fire off. But it still does a lot of damage to them.
It's Moorish pirates.
Right.
Okay. Are we really going to abandon ship? Wouldn't it be more advantageous to stay on?
As you say that, you see about 15 more coming up the side of the ship on each side, and more coming out of the.
It's time to get the hell out of Dodge.
On like both sides of our ship or their ship?
Yeah, they're climbing up on your ship.
On both sides. Cool.
Yeah, about 15 on each side.
So we can't, like, they're blocking the ways to the life rafts.
Just the ones in front of you, directly in front of you. There's still the ones on the port side behind you that are open.
All right. So I've got like 5 feet. I'm gonna kind of retreat back about 5 feet, and that is all I can do.
All right. Donna's voice.
Sorry, I was on mute again. Let's see. Thanatos is going to look the guy right in front of him. Huh. And he's going to kind of... if I didn't mention before, he has a quarter... he's going to take his quarterstaff, twirl it up in the air, and then slam it down the boat in front of him, casting Thunderwave on the baddie in front of him. So let's make a con.
Okay, so you're aiming at the one that's in the boat, the little lifeboat.
Yeah, just the one who's in front of me.
Okay.
So let's make a con save of 12.
That's a fail.
Okie doke. So he takes 2d8. So it's 13 total of thunder damage and gets pushed back 10 feet.
All right, so you see him slam down his quarterstaff, and then you see this round, chubby human, about 5.5 feet. Round, chubby human just get blasted off of this lifeboat, and 10 feet back, he actually hits. Will hit against his ship that's coming in, since it's right there. So it hits against the hull of his ship and then falls pancakes flat, face forward, into the water.
And at this point, Chauncey's like, "Get to the damn boats! I can't hold them off much longer."
Are you moving?
Which boat is Chauncey at?
Well,
So I don't know.
He's right next to you, to your left.
Oh, okay.
So he's telling you to go back to the boats behind you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I'll... Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You can get to the edge.
Yeah, I guess I'll do that then. See,
All right.
get my shit together. And then I'll have the Eldritch Cannon. I just target the one directly in front of it and do the ballista move again.
Okay, go for it.
Let me roll. That is a nat 20.
Ooh.
Yes.
All right, roll for damage.
Yeah, I gotta go find it again. Sorry. Takes 2d8 force damage. So that's 11 on the dice, so 22 total.
Okay. So,
And the creature is pushed back 5 feet away from the cannon.
all right, so this one, pieces like a wrist flies off, a foot flies off, and he flies off the boat. This is a looks like a bearded half elf in full blue, like almost Arabian looking garb. Okay.
All right.
Is that your turn?
And then I'll have, the last thing, I'll have the Eldritch Cannon move. It's full 15 feet. I'll go diagonal to the left, like diagonal and back.
Okay.
So
Okay. You see the little boy kind of run over here and say, "All right, I got gust of wind prepared. If any of them come up from the side of the ship, you guys get in. I got your back." And he's gonna prepare the spell. It looks like almost a little Sharknado twirling around in his hands. All right, so what I'm going to do, since they're all having to climb up now that you've knocked the two off the ships, is give you a round for retreat if you'd like to retreat. If not, you can prepare for another round of combat.
I certainly vote we retreat.
Are these rowboats like magical?
I was gonna say, are we gonna light that?
You do have mages who can do things with water and stuff, shape water and whatnot.
Well, and should we light the boat on fire when we get in the boat to throw away?
I could do that.
I mean,
Not
we're
a bad
not.
idea.
Yeah, we're not gonna be using the boat if we're leaving it.
Exactly. I have a torch. I'm just saying.
The captain says, "Go
I
ahead and
can do
light her on fire. I'll hold them off. I'm going down with my ship." And he kind of moves here and has 2 crossbows and pulls them out, locks them up, and ready to go.
I don't leave soldiers behind.
Immediately move to the rowboat.
If I move, this guy's gonna get an attack of opportunity on me.
You can disengage.
Oh yeah, I can disengage. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna move to there. I'm gonna move to this rowboat. Then.
Yeah, you see as you're disengaging, you see the master at arms come from the next to the captain and start takes out his swords and starts fighting with the one that you were disengaging from, the tall dwarf. All right, so you guys, how are you lighting the ship on fire?
I can help with that. I can cast a firebolt against. Let's see, moving back over here. Just over. I'll just cast a firebolt right into the floor as I'm leaving the top deck. So I do have to roll d6.
Okay, go
Or, I
ahead.
mean, roll a
Throw an oil.
11. So that's
flask.
17 to hit the floor.
Yeah. You don't need to roll to hit the floor.
Thanks.
Even if you miss, you're going to hit the floor. So.
Oh my god.
9 points of fire damage to hit kind of the middle of the top deck, and then I'll turn and go down
Someone
the
said they were
steps
going
as
to
far as I
throw
can.
the lanterns. Look for lanterns to throw down.
I was gonna throw an oil flask right where she hit.
Okay, as you're
Strike
thinking
around.
about that, you do see some like oil lanterns that they're using on the ship that you can grab and use instead.
100%. I'll just chuck it.
Nice. Yeah. So as you're about to cast, you see this oil lantern just crash and skid across, leaving a nice target for you to hit. And since you did roll so nicely, you do hit the oil, and as soon as it hits, a big wall of fire between just barely misses the cannon, and between you guys and the captain.
Is this space in the middle of the boat? Is that thatch? Like you could drop something in there?
You want to drop something in there?
Yeah, like a torch.
I mean, you can drop a torch in there, sure.
Well, I'll drop a torch in there too.
Okay. All right, so ships, just the flames, and these are magical flames, so they catch quickly, start crawling up the mast, and just kind of licking the tops of that, and that starts to catch fire. You see like arrows kind of flying by your head from the crow's nest on the ghost ship. The captain and the master arms are now starting to get into sword fights with any of the undead crew that are trying to climb the ship, and they're starting to get overwhelmed by the time you get into the ships, take them down, or get into the lifeboats, take them down, and let's see. One of you give me a perception check. Actually, give it to me with advantage, since you all be looking. Actually, you know what? All of you, it'll be easier this way. All of you give me a perception check.
Ooh, 17.
Nice.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
I didn't even roll with advantage.
There's
Oh, still
those
17.
rolls again.
12.
17.
So good.
Saying mine out loud, I typed it in chat.
Okay.
It's too pathetic to say out loud.
Oh god.
Yeah, I mean,
Now it's recording.
you're so focused on getting this ship down or these boats down, you're not looking around. But whoever got the dirty 20, anyone who got over 15, you see, you do see an island in the distance that looks pretty promising. You guys have kind of been keeping close to islands as you've been sailing, as just a general rule of thumb for this captain, and a nice place for you to go. You all get in the same boat because the other boat was filled with some of the other passengers. You all fit kind of tightly, but in one boat. And the little boy who was casting spells gets into the back and casts control water, and the water from the front kind of swirls around and pushes you forward, and you just got these two swirls kind of repeating themselves, and almost like a little wooden motorboat is skipping across the waves to this good-looking beach.
Yeah, I'll cast a few more fire bolts because I can go up to 120 feet at our boat to make sure it's really burning.
Nice. Yeah. So at your back, the ship is ablaze and just fire bolts coming from your new mage friend are hitting the side of the ship while the middle of the ship's burning. The mast crashes down, and behind you is just these ominous clouds. The ship that is just burning, and then in front of you is a very nice, bright, beautiful day with, just turquoise seas and large island that you're heading towards.
As we're pulling away, you see the dwarf pull his helm off. He drops to one knee, and you hear him start chanting a prayer chord for the captain and anyone that didn't make it off the ship.
Nice.
I was going to ask, do we know the captain's name?
You did, unless you did not know it, but you can.
Ziggy probably does.
If anyone,
let's see if he weren't dead.
If anyone talked to him during your 2-day trip, you would know him.
I definitely would have made conversation.
Okay, then your captain is Captain. I'm getting there. Hold on.
We'll just call him Courageous.
Yeah.
You're going to see Agrom take a knee and put his hand on Chauncey's shoulder and not pray, but just close his eyes and just say, I hate leaving soldiers behind.
I mean, he chose to stay behind himself. You gotta do what he says. It was Captain Faybaker, Bart Faybaker.
Bart Faybaker.
Yep, Fabaker.
Well, Mr. That's such a strange last name. Sorry. He was a good one. Didn't talk to him much, but from what I do know, he way for him to go out.
Captain Bart was a very brave man.
The little boy pipes up again. From what I learned in my studies, captains like to go down with their ship. They never leave it behind.
As we're rowing away still and we see the island, I say, oh, well, big fat time for vacation, I guess.
Vacation? What?
Tropical resort. Y'all never... Am I the only one that's been to like a resort type situation?
And you don't think the ice pirates or undead are gonna follow us?
I seem to be sticking with the storm. Storm stays on the seas.
Yeah, from what you can tell, the storm
What
is staying
was that? Does anybody? Yeah.
Say it again.
I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna look around at everybody and say, "Does anybody got any clue to what the hell that was?"
the man who popped the eye out of his skull might know. I mean, he was saying something about it. Ugh.
Real close with one of them, and he didn't look much alive.
You just sit there and see like Casper's just sitting there with his hood and just kind of looking down and not saying anything.
Sir, what's your name?
His name's Caspar. Didn't you pay attention? Man, you got to tell us what's going on here. You obviously know something.
He like takes his hood off and he looks kind of not as undead as they are, but like a little bit like tainted himself, where he looks pretty messed up himself.
Oh, geez. What's the deal with this guy?
Lad, are you sure you're fine? You're looking a bit beaked.
So, as I was saying before, they were part of my crew. We were on. We used to run together back in the day. Our captain tried to do a ritual to give power. And I kind of stole the necklace and ran off with it.
The little boy says, "He's one of them!" And he points his wand at him, and it's like shaking in his hand. "He's one of them!"
Easy, lad. Easy, lad.
We gotta eliminate him.
I mean.
No.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. I was one of them. I'm not one of them now, but I was one of them.
I make a sleight of hand check to snatch the wand out of the kid's hand and be like, no,
All right, go for it.
let him explain it first.
Go
But
for
like,
it.
I want to snatch it so that he like points it and there's nothing in his hand.
All right.
Agrom's gonna get right up in Casper's face and say, "Are you sure?"
Sure about what?
Well, how the hell did they know where we were?
I wasn't sure if they could follow me. It seems like they might be able to follow me. But, yeah, I'm not 100% sure. This is all fairly new. I'm trying to get off of the ocean, try to get to land. That's why I was on the ship originally.
So you know that you're not with them anymore, but do they know that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they want me dead.
Gotcha.
They want you dead, not dead undead.
Yeah.
Your sleight of hand works. You easily slip that from his hand, and you hear
Slip
him
it
say,
back into
"Firebolt!"
it.
But there's nothing in his hand, and nothing comes out.
I just put
Oh,
it back
Sits
try
into
to
down and
catch
says-
fire on when we're in little boats, not quite to the island yet.
All right, I'm sorry. Here, give me the wand back. I'll keep the water moving. Your boat starts to slow down to a
Yeah.
stop.
I told
So
him to check his pocket. I put it back in there after I took it.
So I don't understand. Like, we're going to the beach, but I mean, they could follow still. I'm not sure.
At least we'll have more ground to work with.
You can go get back on the burning boat if you want.
I'll take a pass on that one.
Yeah, we should have probably used the cannons.
I'm not overly fond of being in open water in the first place, but dry land sounds good now.
All right,
We'll get there first. Should be able to check out the situation and make some plans.
yes, you
Not-
make pretty good time to the beach. Go ahead with your European.
Not to be rude or anything, but I've only got like one or two names. We should start with introductions, don't you think?
Well, my name, of course, is Gregorius Maximus. I am soon to be one of the greatest wizards this land has ever seen.
How did I know that he was going to say that before he even said it? That's
I'm already
crazy.
famous.
Yeah. Sure, kid.
Right. So, my name is Simri Thornton, And I specialize in magic, especially fire magic.
Shimmery, I like that.
My name is Chauncey Lightbeard, but most people just call me Chunk.
Chunk.
What
Okay.
about Chungus? Is that good for you?
Chauncey or Chunk Lad.
Noted. You see, a smile grows on his face. Oh,
Well,
my turn.
I'm Donatois, and I'm really sad that my cannon got left on the ship.
You could build a new one. You seem smart.
You look over as you say that. You look over the edge, and there's a little leg, little metallic leg, like holding on to the back of the ship.
Oh my gosh! You reach over, try to pull it up.
Give me a strength check.
Oh.
Athletics.
I'll help him.
Okay.
I'll help him.
Both you give me athletics checks.
Mm.
Oh gosh, I thought we were moving slower
22.
than I suspected. 20. Was it 12? And what else?
Well, I had 13 with the modifier.
Okay.
Quick question for the island that we're going to. How much, like, what would the range of the beach be to whatever? Is it like a jungle or is it like a forested area?
Okay, so you see about from where you're at, you see about, and you're starting to get really close to it now. You see about like 50, 60, like the beach goes back about 60, 50 feet, and it goes into, you can see like palm trees and everything, but it looks like the further it goes in, the more, little more jungle feeling to it.
That tree line.
Man, I'm so glad my cannon made it. I've been working on this thing for a long time. Hey, everyone sit tight for a second, and then I'm gonna have it do its other ability, which I think is called protection.
Okay.
Protector. I mean, did the temporary hit points last a while?
It should last until we take a short rest.
Okay, well, I'll do it anyway, just in case.
Okay.
And it's going to do a D8 plus 2 of temporary hit point to each creature within 10 feet. I'm assuming we're all within 10 feet of each other.
You can squeeze together. They're both a little bit longer than 10 feet, but you can you can kind of scooch to the middle and get it done.
All right, cool. So it is a 7. So everyone gets 7 temporary hit points.
I feel protected.
Ah, that kind of tickled.
So sorry about that.
Don't worry about it, lad.
I looked Gregorius Maximus and asked him, wizard. So you're saying that? So do you know what this island is or where it be located based off of waters and your sailing experience, or any knowledge you might have of the oceans?
That is an astute question. Let me think about it for a second. And he kind of takes his sphere out and starts to stare into it. This is gonna take a minute, so please do not address any questions towards me and break my distraction. And starts just gazing into the orb.
He's gazing. I start counting 16, 17, 18, 24, 96, like trying to disrupt.
And I look at him and just pull a finger off.
I just look away and just up over the side of the road.
I do that thing where like you make your finger look like it's coming off, but I actually just pull my finger off to do like the
breakfast gone, nothing left.
Yeah, Simri just a big sigh and rolls her eyes at this. And looks back at the burning boat in the distance.
Yeah. As we get on,
Immediately.
I start looking around, seeing if there's any if we're safe, if there's wildlife, anything around. Just kind of
Okay,
trying to
yes.
keep an eye out for anything.
Yeah, give me a perception check as you're doing that. You're specifically looking
Nah.
for any kind of movement or anything, right?
I also
Yeah.
investigate this cracked face sticking out of the sand.
You sure can. Yes, if you
17.
What was that?
Oh, sorry, 17.
17. I'll get back to you in a minute. So you're gonna be kind of scouting for a minute while they're looking at the statue. Roll me. So you come up to the statue and you see it's large, obviously a very large statue that looks mostly humanoid. Some of the features are a little off and different, stuff that you haven't really seen, but it looks roughly human. Give me an investigation.
Investigation,
Yeah.
excellent. Okay. That is a 19.
A 19.
Correct.
Yeah. So you start scouring. That's in one of the eyes, and it's shining pretty bright. It doesn't look like anything you've seen before. Give me a history check. Anyone else that wants to also look at it, give me a history check.
Natural 20.
Ooh, all right.
I'd definitely be attracted by a magical looking stone as well. So
And also got a natural 20.
not quite 12.
Man, all right. Normally I would whisper you, but since there's two of you that got a natural 20, I'm going to go ahead and say it. You would immediately realize that this is a statue of what is called an elder. Elders in the history of this world used to war with the gods, and for the most part, either eliminated or fought in a hiding. But the gods feared them very much and have imprisoned all the ones that they couldn't destroy.
And the stone itself, does it remind me of anything that I might have read in my books
Let me take a look. I had to close the
of
tab.
adventuring
One
and
second.
stories?
I need you to step away for about 5 minutes. I'll be right back.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a short break.
100%.
Go potties, go get some drinks or eat some pizza or something. We'll take 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Alrighty.
Looking that up, do we have any sense as to like what time it might be? Is it like getting later in the afternoon?
It's mid morning, so.
Oh, it's still early. We just woke up. Okay.
Yep.
Not too long ago. Gotcha. And never mind. I'll wait until you go back.
You can ask Megan. What's up?
Well, I was gonna say, when we come back, have any of us? Could we see if we notice the cloud like that chased us down?
No, it's a good question. Yeah, I'll address that when everyone gets back. I'll put it in the notes to here. All right.
Hello?
Did anybody catch my Big Lebowski reference?
No.
Damn it, Donnie!
Oh.
You never seen the Big Lebowski?
Nope.
In about 3 years.
I wanted to step it up.
What's up, Wicked?
You
Thanks,
can't-
man.
Why is it looking
Wicked
like
says
this?
this is awesome.
Most-
I don't know what they're referring to, but I appreciate it. Who's all back?
I'm back.
One in the chat when you're back. Yeah. Nice.
You're so clever, Casper. Just yeah. Obviously, we left everything we had on the boat.
I'm gonna say you grabbed your bags. Your bags were with you when you were upstairs, so. I'm trying to figure out why my internet is so crummy at the moment. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you guys were going to fight or flight there. So
Flight is always hard.
well, it's a good test for people who want to who are combatants.
I want to get out of there. I can only fight 1v1, so that's not a good situation for me.
I surprised myself. I decided I want.
Well, yeah, you got those AOE's though.
Yeah, but I get burned through a good half my stuff.
Yeah, that it'd have been a little different if that nat 20 to kind of see what everything wasn't rolled. But man, you guys have hit a few nat 20s today. The nat 20
No,
jump,
I
that
rolled
was my
a-
favorite.
Yeah, I rolled a nat 20 on a jump. I did a front flip. Neato.
I've been using the Pike dice set from Critical Role, and it's been serving me well.
Nice.
I mean they're pretty much automatically blessed.
100%. You have light watches over me.
Pike usually isn't everyone's favorite character, but maybe the most endearing character ever.
Yeah, it was always one of those ones that's hard when you got somebody that's having to leave so much.
Right.
I mean, it automatically pulls away. And I will say she was amazing in the animated series.
Oh, man.
Those like void alternate meditating verses or whatever that she was in. I mean,
Yeah,
looks
same.
so cool in the animation.
Very much so.
I thought Keyleth looked incredibly powerful as well.
Oh, I
Yeah.
can't wait for her to get her elemental wild shapes in the show.
Oh yeah.
Isn't
We all
her
know
arc
Keyleth
next?
is her own worst enemy, and I think they did a good job of showing that in the animation.
I think my favorite little thing in the animation was that Percy's gun jammed up a couple times.
Yep. No Mercy Percy though was. I mean, when he went crazy, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
Favorite kill was the Anders kill where he shot off the jaw and then just
Yep.
right out the window.
Yeah.
That flash, gorgeous.
I wish in the edit.
I was gonna say they did Silas and Delilah. I think so good.
Sure.
Just well-written characters, honestly.
It makes me like Delilah, like in a way. It's weird.
I think that's kind of the point. Like, she's supposed to be, like, she's there. Like, there's a lot of endearing characteristics about her.
Yeah.
She's not evil for the sake of being evil. She has like a really good reason for what she's doing.
Yeah.
What was it? What was that saying that she said, or what was it? It was like, "I broke the world for you," or something like that. It was like she had some amazing line that was just like, oh, chills.
And who's playing her? I forget. Who's
Grey Griffin?
Yeah.
I need to go back and watch it again. That was so good.
Could you imagine if they in the animated series we saw Laudna in the Sun Tree?
We did.
Oh my god! So when she said that,
I'm back.
I literally thought that's what it was gonna be. Like I went there right there with you, man. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I posted. I did a little edit if you guys haven't seen it. That
Mm-hmm.
shows kind of her. It has her describing it as the animation's going.
Get the best views for your channel, but I miss your speed drawing. That's what I like.
More. I'll start doing those again. Those were my favorite things to do. I just had to have my. I was doing them on my lunch breaks.
You gotta do Fern, but through Sam's perspective.
Oh god! Oh god!
Fern through Sam's perspective.
Yeah,
because like
with the knees and everything.
She's fuzzy.
No, because he's been picturing her naked the whole time. Like he didn't know that she wore clothes.
I got you. He was like, she's furry.
Yeah. Bent back knees.
double knees.
Oh,
the backward knees, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sam's out of control.
Not how it works.
It's just their ankle, right, Ellie? The ankle.
That's like their heel, essentially.
Yeah, I was trying to do Laudna. So the speed drawing I was working on, I was trying to do Laudna in like a Naruto style, and it just I keep like something's not quite perfect on it, and it messes with me. I need to just finish it. Because I did Aurum in a Dragon Ball Z style, and I really liked that one.
Yeah. Aurum came out really good.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, is everyone here yet? Who are we waiting on?
Back. I've been back. I just letting y'all talk.
Okay. All right, if you're not here, say something.
President.
Well, worked.
Okay.
It's Grigori.
Right. Rain,
Ryan, I recognize that character before you even said the name.
Gregorius?
Yep.
Yeah, so Gregorius is he's a character that we have a friend who, before we get back into it, we have a friend who is just, I mean, how tall is he?
He's got to be like 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah, so he's like 6'3", 6'4", and just jacked, like professional wrestler size jacked. And he's a sheriff. He's in the sheriff. He actually just passed his sergeant exam. He's on the SWAT team, and just big, but he's the nicest dude. And he wants to play. He's like, I need to play with you guys sometime. He's never played before, and so this is the character he came up with was Gregorius Maximus, and he's basically a child lizard with a lisp. So I thought I'd bring him in.
Got to protect him with my life.
Nice.
Yeah,
great crack. All the casting, man. They pulled a lot of strings to get all their friends to do these voice acting stuff for that show. All right, sorry, what was that?
God.
That played a
But
oh, that's
so good. I love
Goosebumps.
David Tennant and Jessica Jones was like, oh my god. So good.
All right. Okay, so we're all back, right? Okay, so we had two different things going. Someone was inspecting the gym, someone was looking for movement, and then someone was looking for the cloud. So the cloud, after you're on the make it to the beach, took a few minutes, probably about 15, 20 minutes to get there. After you're there for about another 5 minutes, you do see the clouds start to move towards your in your direction, but it's not going nearly as fast as it was when it got to the ship. So you do have some time.
Do we know, like, is the cloud very condensed? Is it like a large area? Like, is it more like a fog or is it like a cloud?
It's a dense cloud, dark
Okay.
cloud, but it's not a huge. Doesn't have a huge radius.
Right,
So
okay.
it's like, bringing the storm vibes, and everything, but really it's, maybe 100 feet in each direction.
It's a sign order in trouble.
For the we got a natural 20 on the inspection for the gym, right? So the gym, whatever you look at it, and you can tell that it's not from this plane. It's very, very old. It looks like on the other eye that there was one encrusted in there as well, but it's been removed, taken. You're not really sure. There is a magical nature to it, and I'll, without doing like a detect magic or anything, that's about all you can get. But anything you try to do with it, look into it, whatever, I'll give you advantage on in the future. You can see that it's stuck into the statue, but with Nat 20, you do see that there is some room to pry it out if you so choose.
I would definitely like to pry it out, and as I'm prying it out, I call out, Samurai, could you come take a look at the? I want to pry it out with my short sword or daggers and hold it in my hand and hand it to her.
Of course, I'll be right over. Except I can't move.
Okay, give me a dexterity check with advantage to try to pry it out with your daggers. What are the rest of you doing while they're doing that?
I can't seem to move. My.
Agram is gonna like kind of walk towards the tree line and kind of like peer into there and see what kind of I don't know, like how dense the forest is and think, just take a general look in there.
It doesn't look. It looks fairly easy to traverse through. There are trees every 15 feet or so, but it looks like the further you go into it, the thicker it gets. But it's pretty inviting for the most part. You do kind of give me did you already roll perception on that, or is that for movement?
Perception would be
Roll me perception.
a 21.
Yeah, with 21, there's something off in that direction. Like you're checking like a pattern sense in your head. Just there's something a little off. It feels a little off. It's nothing dangerous or anything, but something feels really off in that direction.
It's too quiet. Gotcha.
Yeah, there's not. Yeah, there's really. That's a good point. You really don't hear anything minus birds. Some like Alcatraz.
I seem to have lost the ability to move my character around.
Oh yeah, I'll have to. Don't worry about it for now. I'll move it
All
where I
right.
need to.
So anyway, she heads over to the big cracked head in the sand to check out the stone.
Perfect.
A 19 from me.
What was it? 19 for?
A dexterity check to remove the stone.
Yeah, that's enough. Really doesn't take you long. It's with kind of how you really feel like you know a lot about the stone. You know how to wiggle it out the right angle, and kind of pry. Get both your daggers in there, one from one side, one from the other, and kind of pop it out. Jumps up about a centimeter or two, and then settles back in. It is loose.
Grab it. Attempt to hand it to Simri.
As soon as you grab it, you can feel kind of a warmth in it, but it's not like a fire. It's like sorry, let's go. You feel a power in it, but you feel like in the middle, like there's just like something really, really cold.
This has definitely got some kind of power, not exactly like my powers. It definitely feels different, but I'm not sure beyond that.
So you can give me an Arcana check as well.
Give her advantage.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Who the hell back?
That was better. 15 plus 18.
18. You can tell that kind of with your training and schooling that it's coming from the elemental plane of water, and it feels like there's almost like an essence of that plane empowering this gem somehow.
I think this might be getting pretty strong feeling from it. Water, which would make sense, right? On an island in the ocean.
Yeah. You should definitely hold on to it in that case.
I will take the stone, I kind of add it into actually slip it into like a little pocket in my boot.
Nice. Okay, so when you look at the crevice that's left by the indentation that's left by the stone, there's salt and even some water in there. And with this, it kind of piques your interest, and you look at the other eye, and it looks like there's some scorching that has happened.
With my tinderbox,
yes.
try to spark something in the center of where the new eye hole is.
In the new eye hole?
Correct. Yeah, just try to spark with my tinderbox.
You really can't get a spark going for a minute. It takes a little longer than normal, but then you get, nothing really happens. Thanks, DNF.
I'm wondering if there was another stone there before that's gone.
As you look with that inspection, or investigation, you don't see anything there currently, but you can come up with that there was once a stone there.
Well, if we got this. Interesting. All right, we'll keep that in mind when we explore this place. I'm gonna begin to walk towards. What was it that made the perception check for the forest?
While he does that, I'm gonna head over to the hands while they. I want to check that out.
Doing that, whoever was looking for movement, I believe you rolled an 18 on that.
Yeah.
You start to see 3 smaller figures and a large figure to the north, kind of moving in like almost like a floating movement, like bouncing, like squishing, elongating, squishing, elongating.
I know where north is.
Say it again.
Said I know where north is.
Yeah, roll a d4.
You make it known that those people are coming.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I point at them
I'm
and let you
I
guys
rolled
know.
north.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Going north, south,
immediately.
east, west. 1, 2, 3, 4. I rolled a 1.
you've learned.
How deep is the mouth of this statue? Is it just like a blocked off mouth completely, or is
No,
it
it's
like actually down?
about 3 feet in there.
I hop in there and hide.
If you'd
Well,
like to.
while this is happening, Agrom is collecting little sticks and rocks and kind of making a small little like a mark, like a rest in peace thing for the captain.
Nice.
I'm just gonna like put my hand against the big thumb sticking out there, see if I sense anything over there. I look around.
There's kind of a vibration to it, but it's the same thing you're feeling anywhere else you kind of check on the statue. Give me another Arcana check.
Okay.
Now that you're checking the stone itself.
Just a regular one this time.
Yes, regular.
Probably not so good this time. Just 7.
A 7?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Unless you ask for help, and something about it seems unnatural, but as whatever power's in it is kind of fading.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna ask for help.
Okay.
But I did point out that I saw the things coming up from the beach or whatever, and then I ran and slid behind the face and just hid.
Nice. Yeah, they're moving. They're pretty far off at the moment. The closer they get, the large one looks like it's really rather large. The smaller ones are fine. You really can't. One's gray, one's blue, and one's orange. And that's about all you can tell from there. If you look at the clouds, they are starting to move towards you and pick up speed.
I'm just gonna kind of touch around the thumb, kind of hide behind that if I can.
Agrom's gonna yell over to the 3 that are hiding. What are y'all hiding from?
You don't know what those things are over there. They could be dangerous. Also, the storm's coming.
Oh geez, it's happening again.
We need to head in.
What's happening again?
There's more stuff coming at us. I'm supposed to be in school.
I say we.
You're
just
learning
push
from the
ahead
school of
and
life,
run
young man.
in.
I don't like it.
School of Hard Knocks is the best school you're ever gonna go to.
There's a reason I didn't even apply to that one. Thank you very much.
Okay, I'm not even gonna
Yeah.
get that.
Oh my god. Okay. I vote we should run inland. Just get away from the water. Maybe that might be a safe haven. Possibly. I don't know. But Abram, you know about the storm, correct?
I don't know anything about that storm.
Oh, wrong name. Damn it.
And then I look over at Casper.
Casper. That's right. Casper, do you know if they can go on land or not?
They can go on land.
Yeah.
Oh, we're just awesome. Love that. Okay. Maybe if we put them
Yeah.
into the other floating people, they'll fight each other. That'd be big guy, right?
Retreat might be in order, guys.
Let's do it.
I'll start kind of backing towards this tree here.
All right, as you're going, everyone give me a perception check, just as kind of a last glance before you head into the forest.
At one, I see
Natural
nothing.
one.
I'm heading into the forest.
You're not even
And
looking.
Nope.
Adam wants to be at the front of the party moving in.
Yeah, go ahead and set your travel order. I'm
Could I
gonna stay in
actually
the
be
middle.
stealthing ahead?
What's that?
Since
Could I
we
actually
know
be
what comes out of the
stealthing ahead?
storm, I want to stay at the back.
That's smart. Sorry, what was your question again?
Could I go ahead and stealth like 15, 20 feet ahead?
Yeah, go for it. Go ahead and roll me a perception for that as well. So Casper is the only one that notices the three figures now that they're getting a little bit closer. It looks like three elemental guardians, probably with a dirty 20, probably on sentry. It looks like they're following a specific pattern. And then pretty far behind them is one very, very large fire elemental. So you have the three smaller ones are a fire elemental, a water elemental, and a rock elemental.
Ooh.
Can never mind.
Okay, then
Run.
Stealthing ahead. Did you roll for stealth? Or are you gonna
Yeah, I
keep
got a 17.
17? Okay. And roll for perception.
Perception is gonna be a double check if I have proficiency. I don't think I do.
And Casper, you're also stealthing?
Oh, I do.
Yeah. I mean, I'm actually at this point. I'm kind of trailing in the back.
Okay.
That'll be a 19 for perception.
Okay, that's good. So as you traveling, you're really starting to feel this humidity and warmth. The salt from the sea is still there, but is less and less so the more that you move into the forest or into the jungle. Again, no other movement, no bugs, no insects, no snakes, only birds. And they're a white bird that's pretty noisy.
Does anyone else find it rather peculiar? There are no critters.
I find this whole thing peculiar.
I'm not concerned. I just wanting to get away from the beach.
Yeah, it's pretty much a god that's out on the beach. So
I was gonna say, those sentries are probably gonna want to follow our footsteps in the sand. So let's keep it moving.
Hey,
Sounds
Gregorius, what can you use some of that little bit of wind magic to maybe like make our footsteps disappear?
Thunderwave pulls out the wand
Definitely
and turns behind it, just a big gust of wind, but
Doesn't
like
that make a massive sound?
yes, but just go 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 and a huge gust of wind. All right, footsteps gone.
Can we say I kept?
And
Gregorius, good
Well,
job.
Maybe we can walk single
Did
file.
overkill their line.
Maybe if we all walk in a straight line, it'd look like there's only one of us.
Don't we have very different size? I mean, I got the smallest feet size you could possibly see. I don't know if that's gonna match up quite well.
We
I mean,
are
you
the
just-
Tusken Raiders.
you step inside of our footprint.
And where there was
Yeah.
2 footprints, there was only one. That's where Cord carried us.
I'm so confused. Yeah, let's continue moving forward.
I'm just glad that I can add babysitting to my list of to my resume.
True.
As we walk, I use prestidigitation to make some puffs of breeze to kind of blow the sand and kind of at least obscure the steps a little bit.
Oh, much
Do that
smarter.
every once in a while. Thanks. I probably should
What
move
is it
back
you
a
said,
little
huh?
bit further in the
With a
line
single ball
to do
bearing
that.
at the back of Gregorius' head.
Gregorius actually turns and starts and uses prestidigitation to make it look like footsteps going south.
Never mind, I canceled
He
that.
learns. Good job, Gyros. Good job.
I learned from you, Shimmery.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Thanks for
yeah,
talking
let's keep
forward.
going.
Okay, so as you go through the jungle, after about a quarter mile in, you notice, and there's a pretty good trail. You're noticing that this looks like it's been not naturally made, but like someone walked this trail quite a bit, and so where just the sand kind of goes over the grass as you go in, and so you follow this trail in, and you notice that to the right or to the north, as you're traveling, is this 200 feet by 200 foot section of the jungle just gone. The earth is gone, the trees are gone, and it looks like there's just an invisible cube here that is kind of shimmering in the sun. And there's just a big chunk of the material plane just missing.
A rock and just throw it into where the chunk is.
You throw a rock towards it?
I take a rock and I just throw it.
It bounces off the barrier. Just boom.
Studies anything like this.
Give me a history check.
16.
16. This specifically, no. Just your general arcana, you know that this would have to be a very, very high level of magic to cause a chunk of the plane to just disappear, and to have a barrier surrounding it. But as far as what it is, you have no idea. This really wouldn't be something that you would find in your basic magic books or history books.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what this is, guys, but it's something really powerful made this happen.
Hey, Simri. Can you
Yeah.
bring the eye to the barrier?
Okay, I fish the stone out of my boot, and I hold it up in front of me and walk carefully towards the barrier. I don't touch it, but I get close to the barrier.
The closer you get,
just feel it.
it's almost like a magnetic pull. Pull it towards the cube, and the gem itself starts to vibrate a little bit.
Before I get as close as I was going to.
Okay.
Because I don't think I can hold on to it if I get much closer.
Other than that, there's really nothing of note other than around it. Other than that,
Is my what about my own stone? Is it reacting at all?
What's the nature of the magic on your stone? Do you know?
It's just an arcane focus.
Yeah, then no.
I don't know that it has.
No big pull from that.
Okay.
Simri, can I have the stone for a second?
Sure, I hand it carefully over to Birch. Is that right?
I grab it and I want to kind of wrap some of my rope around it to make a sort of like when you
Like a
wrap
kite?
a rope around a baseball and you swing it around
Okay.
like that, and I want to like toss the stone at the barrier while holding onto the rope, so if it goes through, I can just pull it back.
So you're gonna give enough rope for it to go through?
Well,
yeah.
I would say a solid 10 feet.
Okay. Yeah, you.
When I realize what he's doing, I'm gonna start backing up.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you start swinging it and kind of toss it towards it, and sure, like you don't
toss
need
it,
to
yeah.
toss it too much before it just magnetically just like is drawn towards it, almost like a kite. It starts getting pulled, pulled towards it, and you kind of let go of the rope a little bit with your thumb, and it kind of slides. You let go a little bit, and sure enough, ripples kind of go across the cube, and the gem starts to go through.
As it's going through, can I like hold it at the position where it's still like halfway out of the barrier and partially in the barrier?
Yeah, you can do that.
Someone want to stick their hand in? Not it.
I'll go up and look in.
I could send my cannon.
Who's
I
Mike?
don't want to let it just go through.
Yeah, maybe one of the stronger gentlemen here should give that a try. I
Just
don't
'cause
think I
I'm-
should.
Just because I'm strong don't mean I'm dumb.
Yeah, I just want to walk up. I want to look inside.
You try to you walk up close to it, and you can't there's no space between it. It's just halfway through, as if it grew out of the cube. When you look on the other, but the cube itself is clear. So when you look on the other side, it just looks like it's half a gem.
Oh,
Stick your hand through.
Yeah, so it's not going. Yeah, it's the gem.
Yeah,
is
okay.
penetrating,
I'll
but
stick my hand through.
No effect.
By
As soon as you try
Even-
to push it through, it doesn't give.
even if I touch the gem and then try to put my hand through.
If you, how are you touching the gem? Just like with your finger?
So, I mean, I'm just gonna palm the gem since he's got it like hovering right at the like border of the thing, and then try to stick my hand through the barrier.
Okay, so give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Oh no.
Well, I guess we'd be calling him Lefty now.
That would be a 23.
23.
Ooh.
So you, man, 23. Yeah, you.
I'm very dexterous.
Yeah, you. As you try to touch the gem, there's now that it feels like there's a force field around it. There's just heavy vibrations. The gem itself is shaking, not moving much, just shaking very fast. And you're trying to reach it, and there's a struggle. And you're pushing through a little bit, but as soon as you get about an inch from it, it's almost like an explosion where it just pushes your hand back, and you move it out just as you feel that loaded up energy explode, but there's no actual explosion. It's just the force that would happen from that. And you kind of move your hand out of the way, and that force goes and dissipates.
Starting to get the
Can I
feeling this is
offer an observation here?
Mhm.
Someone went to a big amount of trouble to obscure this, or maybe even possibly lock something inside. I do not think we should be messing with that.
I'm kind of getting
Um,
that vibe too. It's like when you're playing a board game. I don't know if y'all play those, but and it's like you're too low of a level to get to this area, and it's like, oh, okay, I understand that. And then you try to speed it's like when people they call it speed running. They try to like break the game a little bit, and then it blows up in your face. I feel like that's the kind of situation that we're in right now.
While they're all doing that, Agrom is turned back to where the opening began, where we walked into the opening on the tree line, and watching if anything followed us.
I think we need to pull that stone out, and
Oh, pull it
I don't
out.
want to lose that.
You got so it's not a clear shot. I mean, you guys are about a quarter mile in from the beach, and there's not a clear shot in. There's twists and turns. If you listen really hard, give me a perception check.
I'm gonna retract the stone and hand it back to Simri.
Okay, it takes a little bit, as this is kind of being pulled in pretty hard, but it's nothing
I
too
do have
crazy.
a -1 strength, so it takes a little bit longer than even that.
So yeah, it takes a little bit. You're kind of like leaning back on your heels
Yep.
and holding it, but
Using
you're
my
able
body
to,
weight, which is not a lot in of itself.
yeah, but you're able to pull it, to reel it back in, and it's easy. The further it comes out, the easier it is. The vibration calms down the further out you get as well. With 17 perception, kind of listening, you do hear what sounds like maybe some fighting in the kind of far off distance. Some maybe possibly explosions or magic being cast.
I turn back to the others and I say, I think our old friends met our new friends.
You should go and
Yeah,
just fight whoever's left, and because they're weakened.
Let's not do that.
But like, think of what we could get.
Are there any other landmarks that you can see? Like, and are there any like buildings or anything? Or are there any like is there anything here, or is it just trees?
So, since you said very specifically something you're looking for, you are noticing that there is actually starting to a lightly or a heavily, and when you opposite direction, so the western direction, where the path is heading, you do notice that it looks like the canopy of trees breaks up ahead, and you do see something gray kind of peering over the tree line.
Since we went away, I think away from the and be like, yeah, I think we might want to go this way.
But like,
I think it might be any port in a storm at this point.
what could be left
No pun
over in
intended.
a battle between the elementals and undead? I think just it could be anything. Don't even know.
I'll take the stone. I believe it was the hat and back in the.
Okay.
You don't have to go.
Let's
I'll
go.
down this stone. And we follow the path. I'm still stealthing ahead at this point as well.
Okay, great. Yeah, so as you're stealthing ahead, you do start to see, after about another tenth of a mile, you do start to see some statues, smaller statues that are broken up a little bit, vines crawling up the legs and even into the arms. They seem to be, knights, soldiers, wizards, druids that are, even that it looks
Did
like
we
there might
lose
have
him
been
again?
a placard kind of on the bottom of them that has now been either decayed or dropped off.
Like,
Okay.
But the path is starting to get clear as well. Go ahead.
oh no.
Am I back?
Yep.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay, yeah. So the path is starting to show up again, a little more clear this time, and these statues are just starting to appear on either side of what is now looks like a thin road, and there seems to be a very clear path, and even some a stone fence, and that leads into a clearing in the trees.
When you say clear, do you mean like it's being kept?
Yeah, like it's been like just this section has been. Most of the trees have been removed. There are still a few trees here and there, but it's more placed, like they were supposed to be there.
We know there's someone here. Or there was recently.
Yeah, everything looks worn, or everything looks like it's being overgrown a little bit. Nature's starting to reclaim it. So any there's no signs of any life or travel or anything on the road. So as you keep going, you do come upon a wizard's tower. That, if I can pull it up here.
It's always a friggin' wizard, isn't it?
Looks to have 3 or 4 stories to it. Kind of hard to tell from the outside. Are you guys all on this page now?
Yep.
Zooming out a little bit.
No. Oh, there we go.
Okay. Yeah, so you see, crates that are cracked and broken, spilled grain that's been kind of, the bags look like they've deteriorated and grain spilt out. You see a lot of, you see a fountain that water hasn't ran in a long time, stones broken, again, birds kind of perched everywhere. More statues, a little bit bigger, a little more intricate, that have been partially destroyed as well. A lot of explosion marks. You see these black kind of circles on the ground, and the path is much clearer here, and it leads straight to this. Looks like a doorless wizard's tower.
I'm gonna look at Gregorius and say, "Kid, you know anything about this?"
Well, let me think for a second. Nope, I don't know nothing.
Insight check.
These were not. Go for it. These were not in my studies.
Inspect this like
25.
25. This kid.
I get a +6 to insight.
This kid is clueless. You read. He's not only clueless, he is scared. There's a good chance there is urine running down his leg under his wizard's robes at the moment. You can't see it on his leg, but you can see it on his face. He's trying to like look tough and seem fine, but he is scared.
Can I pat him on the back and say, "Hey, kid, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Just think,
what?
we're like power leveling you right now, right? Like, because you're below, and all the things we're doing, you're gonna get so good so fast because of what we're helping you right now."
Power leveling, like in that Houses and Humans game?
Yes.
I love that game.
Exactly. Right.
I've never been invited to play it, but it looked really fun.
We rarely get a chance. Most of the time, it's like, "Oh, you should do it," but then it's like, "Nah, we don't have the time." Anyways, can I inspect this area right here?
What about me? Other than the obvious rundownness of the place, what might I know about it?
Roll me a history check. Yeah, go ahead and roll an inspection on the. When you go over there, it looks like some bookshelves that have been destroyed.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yep.
Yeah, with the dirty 20, this structure does actually look a little bit familiar. You've seen or read about a very powerful wizard who does like to build towers in odd places for research and experimentation. And with a 20, I'll give you his name. Let me pull it up.
How big is the kid? Is he like 8, 9, 10 years old?
He would be 12-ish, around 12.
I'm gonna pick him up and put him on his shoulders.
Okay, yeah, he's not quite hit puberty yet.
Watch the urine.
Yeah. I don't know if you all noticed, but I'm a half orc. He smell like piss, so.
Yeah, he struggles a little bit at first when he picks you up, but then he kind of like, stops for a second, more out of fear than anything, and then sits on your shoulder. The wizard's name is Thamaris Hinniscale. And you've heard tale of him. He's an elven wizard that has done great things for the elven city right near where you're from.
Okay. Like very recent times or older, long ago?
He's been around a long time. So
Long
all the
time.
tales you've heard of him, he's still around. He is alive. He is living. But all the tales you've heard about him were of him, let's say, between 500 and 600 years ago, helping raise the basically a world tree in the hidden forest where all the elves reside today.
Okay. Might my grandmother know him? She be the one that probably would have told me about him.
Sure, I think that makes sense.
Okay.
Did I investigate this golden sarcophagus?
Yeah,
looking thing?
it's another almost like a sphinx-ish statue. It is gold. It is a little the woods or the stone is a little decayed, but it's the best preserved statue you've come across yet.
Does it look like there are any pieces falling off of it and/or eye sockets?
Give me an investigation.
That was be a 12.
A 12. I mean, there are eyes, but it doesn't look like any sockets.
I'm obsessed with this sphere now.
Yeah, with a 12, there do look like there's spots that gems might have been that are no longer there. But you can't really tell much more than that.
Is there any kind of specific writing glyphs on it?
What languages do you read?
I'm not gonna read Sylvan.
Sylvan?
Mm-hmm.
Celestial, Draconic, Common, and Dwarven.
You said Celestial, Draconic.
Common, and Dwarven.
There are Draconic ruins on it.
Ooh. I can read that.
All right, anyone else that can read Draconic?
You said this is on the statue?
On the statue, yeah.
Okay.
I shout out to the group. Anyone that can read a language that looks like it's got a lot of S's, you can come look at this.
Sure. Let me check it out.
I'm
Just a bunch of.
going to try to make heads or tails of it.
It says, "May his reign burn through eternity."
May
his reign burn through eternity.
Burn through eternity.
Yeah, that's not ominous.
Yeah, not at all. And it looks like. Does anyone? Let's see. Give me a history check, or if you know anything about just dragons in general.
Yeah. Probably should do that.
Make one, but I'll get myself disadvantage because of books. But I didn't read all of that yet.
Jesus. That one.
That one. Yeah, you never really cared about dragons too much. You didn't really didn't care to study them that much.
Mm-hmm.
15 on history.
A 15 on history and a 14.
Down. The 14's +4.
Okay. Oh, so an 18?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you two would know then that there is a famous dragon from the Fire Plains that their humanoid form looks very much like this. The stones, like I said, cracked and faded, so you can't tell for sure, but it looks a lot like the human form of one of the more famous.
I want to
red
try
dragons.
something real quick. I want to try using cantrip mending on the statue. See if I can make it look a little better and more identifiable.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, I'm off in a corner mumbling about the books that I skipped reading that Mom told me I should read.
Should we go upstairs?
Well, we have. So who inspected the books first?
I did.
Okay, so in the books, there you kind of thumb through, and with what you rolled, you thumb through, and you do find the name, almost like a diary, in there, and it is Thamaris's. Looks like a few journals, like work journals, like he's been working on some experiments, and there's today the created the elemental guard to protect the island so that I can be uninterrupted in my experiments. And a couple days later, you find one that says the teleportation circle is nearing its completion. I should be able to go back and forth to where I want uh, with little time wasted.
Mm. Well, I know where the elementals came from. We have Mr. Hema Scale here to thank for that. So this is a tower that we could go up.
Yeah, so there's steps at the top
Okay.
of the tower here.
I'm gonna take the diary with me, and I'm gonna head upstairs to see if that reading about that teleportation circle is upstairs.
Wait, before you
Come
go,
with-
I've done the mending on the
Oh, the stone,
statue.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks. Now that you've done it and you had kind
It
of
can't replace the stones, or if it's a magic construct, it can't put magic back into it, but it can turn it to its original shape, what it exactly should have looked like.
Yeah, so you're kind of remembering in your head, kind of some ancient tales of this dragon. There was a very intriguing war that happened between the neutral dragons and the evil dragons. So your chromatic dragons and your gem dragons, and this looks like a remnant of that war. There were full cities that were built to worship. Him, and this looks like a statue that maybe had been picked apart after the war had been over, and
Gotcha.
the Gem Dragons had won and pushed him back to his original fire plane.
Gotcha.
And so this is kind of the looks like a remnant from that, but it looks, now that you've mended it, it looks exactly like him.
And this is in a tower that seemingly abandoned. Mm-hmm.
But now that you understand what that is, and you look around, it looks like there was some of those statues out there look like more remnants from different big historical events that look vaguely familiar. Looks like there were paintings and stuff on the walls that now are completely deteriorated, but it looks like there's a decent art collection going on in this bottom story.
All right.
You said that was an evil dragon or one of the gem dragons?
This was one of the evil dragons. This was the red dragon.
That's the red dragon, yeah. The chromatic. Your wizard friend here brought this here for a purpose.
Not that you know it's a natural one on dragons, but
Yeah. I totally am not paying attention. I have my own goal, and I am headed upstairs.
all right.
They can follow me if they want.
All right.
I'm
Who else is
following.
going upstairs?
I was going upstairs, and I'm just kind of looking for traps as we're going up these stairs because I know how mages are.
And give me an investigation, or for check for traps.
I also make one.
Sure.
I'll give you advantage. How about that?
Excellent. Okay. And investigation. Okay. That's much better. That would be 2.
course, in the back, you hear the dwarf mumbling himself something about dark omens. Yeah.
That's a 22 for the investigation.
Nice. Yeah, so you kind of dash in front, and you do notice that there is a green gem that is right at the entrance. So there's no door or anything. It's just the stairwell goes up, and there's a green gem right as you guys get to that second level. And you're able to, and it looks lit, and you're able to, with that high of a check, you're able to move it around a little bit and kind of disconnect it, and the light goes off, and
But you said there was a green gem. How valuable does that gem look, though?
It looks kind of valuable. It does have some.
That's that real quick. Okay.
Mr. Opportunist.
Right.
I love it.
I mean, you have a giant statue with like gold armor and stuff around on the.
Oh yeah, that's for later. We're gonna find a wheelbarrow or something.
Right.
But yeah, I grab
I'll
it
just
and I
pull
say,
my nose out of the diary and be like, "All right, like, come on, let's go."
Yeah,
like,
with that-
like
with
not
that
realizing he just saved me probably for
Actually-
something bad.
I have a real quick question.
Yeah.
Bad
Does
omens.
it look like I can reset up this trap somewhere else? Like I can just take the whole trap and possibly use it again, or does it look like it has to be locked into this tower?
You can try. You're able to disconnect it enough where you think it might be possible if you knew enough about it where you could reset it up.
Okay, I'm gonna actually take the whole thing and work on that later.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, it's I'll tell you what to add. Add later. Remind me.
No problem.
Okay, so you get into the second level, and it's almost where the first level was the same temperature as the surroundings. As you step into this layer, it's much cooler, and it's almost like there's a slight breeze in here. You can hear, that you can hear almost like a white noise sound a little bit, and you look and it's just looks like a mage's bedroom that's been destroyed, ransacked, kind of big claw marks in certain places, and the rest is just deteriorated.
Can I use my 22 investigation to specifically look for any hidden buttons, levers to might possibly open any like hidden compartments on anything?
Yeah, go for it. You check. First thing you check is through the books. There's more books here. There's a desk that has some scrolls and stuff. Looks like even more journals stacked on it. You do see some levers and components, but they're not activated. They're like it looks like they were in process of being made, but nothing that you can set off or anything.
I want to start reading through the scrolls.
Okay. Say that again.
And I was gonna look at the floor, kind of looking. Is there patterns? I'm assuming this is where his teleportation circle is.
You don't see a teleportation circle. The steps still go up at least another level.
Okay.
But there are more journals. As far as the scroll goes, it looks like all the scrolls are focused on the different planes, elemental planes. So you find one. Let's see. You find a map of all the elemental planes. You find stuff on planes, or you find different scrolls on plane of water, plane of air, sea of fire, plane of earth, swamp of oblivion, Shadowfell, Feywild, the Cinder Waste. You find some more broad and some more specific on the different areas within the different planes.
About how many are there?
How many scrolls?
Yeah, all together.
Oh man, there's. Let's see.
I am going to take the map.
Nice. Okay.
I'm interested in looking at those journals.
22 large scrolls, And then there are a few different tomes that look to be more specific historical tomes about legends and lore within those planes.
Not worried about the tomes so much, but the scrolls might come in handy, so I'm going to start dumping those into my backpack.
Great.
I want to start going through the journals.
Okay, you can start going through the journals. Anyone else want to roll me an investigation? Just general investigation that wasn't one of those three?
I think we're the only three up there.
Yeah, me and Gregorius, I put him down, and we're just kind of looking around, like nonchalantly, like kind of waiting for anything to go
Still
down.
on the bottom level?
Yeah, I feel like I might even take out like my dice and like show him my dice and stuff.
Oh, you're awesome. You use it for oxygen humans?
It was just about a
See, when the smart people go do smart people things, we just get to have fun.
Oh, sweet.
It's time to gamble.
Roll them bones, baby. what was the nat one for?
Who rolled a nat one?
Let's see who rolled it. That was Donatois. Okay, so as you're going through,
Sorry, I was on mute again.
what was the nat one for?
It was the investigation upstairs.
Okay. You find that there is a dresser, and you open it up, and you see the first. You see a bunch of stuff, but first thing you notice is this very, very fancy wizard robe with just has the softest silk you've ever seen, and you just start rubbing it and are kind of caught up into it.
That's how I was going to roleplay it anyway.
Nice, works out. Simri,
It's so soft.
no more. What you're noticing here is
Really soft.
plans for a teleportation circle. You see a bunch of different runes and for different teleportation circles, and it looks like there's about 18 of them.
Oh, wow. He made a lot of big plans, and I think he was in a lot of different places on multiple continents.
Hold on to that scroll that's got the it's got the teleportation circles.
Yeah, I think there was quite a few potentially. It looks like here.
Might be able to use those or sell them. Who knows?
Johnson, you got to speak up just a touch.
So, do you think they need any help up there, or we good down here just hanging out?
I move forward to the next level.
Yeah, go for it.
And I'm gonna go with you.
Listen, kid, if you want to go up there, go up there.
Looking
I'm
for
staying
traps.
with you. I don't trust them.
I'm assisting you.
100%. All right.
All right, roll it.
Come on, Pike, don't fail me now.
Well, I will if he wants to go up there. Sorry.
And then a natural 20.
Nice.
Advantage saving. Thank God.
Nice.
And that was for traps.
Correct. Traps and anything that like looks like sigils or alarms or anything.
Okay, yeah, you do see some sigils and a similar gem, but this one looks like it's been deactivated already, and looks like the gem is actually broken, so it was deactivated.
Okay.
And then as soon as you come up to the third level, this is the top level. You see a couple more. You see not statues, but some armor that looks to be in pristine shape. So you see a couple sets of armor that look to be in very, very, like, no dust or anything. Looks like it doesn't belong with the rest of the rubble. Sorry, three sets of armor. See some
I tell everyone to
sundials.
hold.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I tell everyone, I say hold. Nobody go up there yet. Don't step on the floor.
Yeah, and then a
Okay.
broken teleportation circle in the middle, where there are some missing or incomplete runes. And with that nat 20, you do realize that there are magical elements to these 3 suits of armor. As you inspect, there are, again, those little green gems, but these ones are active. And with a nat 20, you're able to disconnect them and not set off any sensory alarms.
Ooh,
Nice.
I get more.
So add 3 more of those green gems.
Green gem. I'll put those in my notes.
So
Green gem.
I had started up the stairs and stopped when he said hold, but I'll be after a few moments of like, Birch, is it okay?
We're
can-
good.
can
You're
we
good
come
to
up?
come up now.
I come up and immediately look at the broken teleportation circle and start checking it out.
Hold on a second.
What's that, Chauncey?
I said, hold on a second.
Too late. I'm right up there.
Oh, well, all right. Well, I'm still going to cast Detect Magic on that whole level.
It is glowing. There's not many things up there that aren't magical.
Ooh.
Go back downstairs, by the way.
You go back downstairs?
Yeah, just to go hang out with the kid and the guy. They seem like they're having fun.
All
I'm
right.
doing a bunch of work. I want to relax.
Well, at this point, you'll meet us halfway down because at this point we walked up there and I've said to him, let's go see if any of them died yet.
None of us died yet.
them. I'm sure they did.
I just pop out of the shadows. Nah, none of us have died yet, sadly. But
Nice.
I thought y'all were
Jeez.
down here.
You can't do that to me, buddy.
I mean, hey man,
He's such a cute little bunny, though.
God damn it.
Freaking
Always
adorable.
happens. I just
I'm
stealth
heckin'
away.
adorable, guys. Now let's get up there. As you
That's a
two are,
natural
as
one
you
on
3
stealth.
are kind of having your discussion, you do hear some rustling and movement in the distance from where you came outside.
I'm gonna shout up there to the people up at the top floor. Hey guys, I think we got some company out here.
Are there windows on the second floor? Or any of
Second
the
floor there
floors?
are, yes. First and second floor
Can
there
I look
are
through the windows? Down the way we
But
came?
not on the third floor.
Not on the third floor, no. Third floor is completely closed off.
Okay. I hear him yelling up to me, and so I want to take a quick look around the room to see if I can see maybe any more of those stones like we found in the statue's eye out on the beach.
Where are you looking at for those?
Just kind of a sweep around the room before, like, quick sweep around the room to see if like that stone or if anything else really sticks out to me before
no.
I head back down.
But as you're walking around, you have the other stone with you, right?
Yes.
The runes or the teleportation circle starts to glow the same color, and your stone starts to vibrate again.
Kind of similar feeling to like the cube out in the wood, out in the jungle.
There's not the pull as much as it feels like it's activating it, but there's some disconnect going on, and you notice that there's incomplete runes on the circle.
Right.
Don't we have a scroll with runes on them?
Yeah, Chauncey was the one that grabbed up all the scrolls.
If we finish this with maybe those scrolls, finished up the runes, maybe use it to get out of here so that we don't get killed by the undead.
You had the journal. Did you have the journals? Did you give them to Chauncey?
I think Chauncey had them.
I had the journals. Chauncey had the scrolls.
I got the scrolls. She got the journals.
The runes were in the journals.
Okay.
Okay.
Now here's a question.
So,
Which
having
one
just
do
looked
we-
at it, I might start flipping through to see if anything looks similar.
Okay, roll me an investigation. What was the question?
I was
If
just gonna
if I
say,
can find runes that look similar to what's on the circle.
Oh no, someone else had a question. Yeah, roll an investigation for that. If anyone wants to help you, do it with
Yeah,
advantage.
I'm up there with her, so I'll assist.
Beautiful.
So that means I can do it with advantage?
Yeah.
Okay. First one was fine. 15.
15.
Yep.
Yeah. So you're flipping through. Anyone who's on the second level and was looking out, you do start to see some not just movement, but almost a frost start to come over the gate and the little wall that was on the, I guess you can call it the front yard of this estate.
mhm.
I think our undead friends are back.
Yeah, I think so as well. I go to talk to um Algrim. Algrim?
Okay.
Is it Algrim?
Hey there, buddy.
And tell him and Gregorius we should probably go upstairs. Seems like something's happening and it's coming, and we should
It's
skip town.
starting to get cold down there. Looking like that ship.
Yeah, we should go upstairs. And I try to like, I'm smaller, but I like put my hand on the back of their knees and like try to like do that like light pat of like, let's go.
All right. Let's
Risky
do
little
this.
bug.
It takes you a few minutes, but with both of you, kind of you split the journals apart and you flip through. You do find a teleportation circle that looks just like this one, and you can read the runes, or at least try to copy the runes around it and place them or draw them into the circle.
Any indication it has something to do with the water plane? Just because I had that feeling from the stone, and it's vibing together.
You're not really sure. Where before there was like a coolness to the stone if you held it in your hand. Now it's kind of like going hot, then cold, then lukewarm, and then it's vibrating heavy. Then it's kind of moving around. So if you're trying to feel a certain elemental plane, it's almost like it's randomly hitting different vibrations and different heats and whatnot.
I'm gonna pull that map out.
So
And it's over
So how
to
close
Stimmery.
how close is the map to the blue stone?
which floor are you on, Chauncey?
You're up on the third floor, right? I'm
Yes,
still
I
up there with you.
Yeah, you go
Okay.
up to the third floor.
Okay.
How close are you guys together? Like right next to each other?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So when you pull the map out, it's almost like I'm trying to think of the name, but they're just there's lights coming up on different parts of the map. I'll bring it up in stream. I didn't think about putting it in this. Let me see if I can do it. There we go. All right, can you guys see that map?
Yep.
So here's the map, and
All right.
it's like different areas are lighting up at random. So it goes to the plane air, the plane of water, the plane of earth, mud hills, swamp of oblivion, sea of fire. They just starts randomly lighting up in different places, and the stone, if you're holding it, is kind of, if you're in the sea of fire, it warms up. If it's in the plane of water, it gets cold. And
Yeah. So I grabbed it out of my hiding place in my boot and holding it in my hand, kind of to see these reactions.
yeah, you recognize them pretty quick.
Huh.
As I come up and see this, can I look and say, well, can we force it to stop on one, or should we try to time it when we finish up to like go to a one that kind of seems cool? If we can stop it on the material, we might be able to just randomly teleport somewhere else. I don't know how magic works.
The material is the only one that's not lighting up.
What else seems fun?
Because we're here. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I've read about teleportation magic, so I understand some of the basic theories, but it's really not in my wheelhouse.
Force it to stop on. It's like just step off the circle, though. But it's like, so I don't want to see if that does anything.
Sorry, what are you trying to do?
Like I wanna see if we can take the stone and how it's randomly like popping to different colors and temperatures.
Mhm.
See if we press the stone to one of the sections on the map, like force it to stop, if that will stop the randomness. And it will
Yeah, there's no you
Okay.
move it towards it, and there's really no change.
just like
It gets a little yeah, it just looks the same. It doesn't vibrate any harder. It doesn't get any warmer, colder. Speed doesn't change at all.
Keeps changing. Is there a pattern at all
Nope, very
to
random.
the?
Okay. And what is this thing right here?
That's a gyroscope with a timer, or yeah, what are those? Like a sand timer thing.
hourglass.
Hourglass.
Thank you. A large hourglass and a gyroscope, and it's turning and spinning very slowly.
If I try to spin it faster, does the randomness on the map get faster?
How do you try to spin it faster?
I literally just tried to like push the gyroscope to make it go faster.
It just falls over. You just grab one of like the moving ends and kind of try to like move it faster, and it just falls over. But now it's still spinning, but where the outside part was slowly spinning, it just kind of like kicks up. So like the legs are just kind of moving and kicking up a little bit.
Nice.
It was like crawling around the floor.
I just set it back the way it was.
You grab by his legs and set it back.
We all saw that, by the way.
As you say that, I lean up against the wall like nothing happened. What do you
If
mean?
you turn back towards us, we're all staring at you.
Yes.
I have my hood up. I can't see you, so you can't see me.
What is this right here? This rainbow table?
This is it looks like a large sundial, but if you're looking at the map, this one does look like it has some, like a bunch of different times, but it's like this one is decorated kind of like a fire plane, like flames and stuff, and it has a different time to the next one, which is a blue, watery looking part, and it has a different time. So it looks like it's, different times in different places.
Is this spinning at all, or is this just like
It's not
nothing?
spinning,
Doesn't look like it's
but
going
even
on.
though there's no sun in the room, the dial is like like the shadow is slowly moving on each of the dials.
I would say this is how he was moving. Notice how without even a source of light, it keeps moving between the different planes.
Or is it some kind of clock?
We should probably just finish the rune. I
Yep.
think it's a roll of the
Mhm.
dice because something is coming, and I don't know how close it might even just be right outside. We can't
Is
tell.
everyone
So
upstairs?
I was
believe so.
I was gonna ask Birch because Birch is the one with the gems, right?
Correct.
Maybe.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah, maybe you could go down there and maybe set one up or something.
I'm gonna try to set one up, but stack 3 on it on the second level.
Oh God!
Okay. Yeah, you give me an Arcana check. Actually, yeah.
You would want to assist me with this thing?
Try to see if you can figure out how to get it to
Wiki
work.
Yeah. It was my idea, so I'm gonna help you.
Okay.
Excellent.
Because this could
Arcana,
go
okay.
bad.
This could go very bad.
What do you mean could?
Where are you setting them up at, by the way?
I
Right,
heard this is
actually, I'm
going
gonna go
bad.
down
That's all I
there
heard.
and set them up on the staircase to where it's like multiple people would have to walk in
I
in
gotcha.
order for it to be triggered.
Okay.
So I'm
So
gonna
you set them up on the bottom floor staircase?
correct.
As you're doing that, you do see frost starting to, like, any of the flowers around are starting to wither. Any of the bushes and shrubbery are getting cold, and like looks like frostbites claiming over them. And then you look up and you do see a large number of undead turn into the gate and notice. This is as you're finishing up. What did you roll?
That would be a 14.
A 14.
And, yeah.
All right. It Since you're kind of in
If
a
I can only
rush,
do a few, I'm okay with it. If I can only do two, I'm fine. Or just one.
you had 4 of them, so
Four.
you were able to stack 3 of them up and set them up as best as you think you can.
And can I go up and tell my God, I'm so bad with names. Who's the blood hunter? I'm so sorry.
That's Casper. He's the one that was helping you with the trap.
Okay, Casper. Is it possible to set Casper up in a position to where he can shoot it if it doesn't go off properly?
Yeah, I think from if you place it in the right spot from the top of the second floor, basically you could, the top of the stairs on the second floor, you could shoot down and hit right before they enter in.
Casper, I'll sit with you here. We can wait just in case.
Okay.
File 'em in,
All right, you guys are finishing the sigils upstairs.
Yeah, is Gregorius up here now?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, do you have some chalk? I need to finish these sigils, and I don't have any on me.
Sure, but I mean, I have mending. We can just, it looks like half of them are done. If we know what they look like, we can just mend them.
All right, I'm willing to give that a try,
Sweet.
and I show him the sigils.
All right. Yeah, so he starts to mend in the 3 spots that the sigils are incomplete. And as soon as he finishes the last one, the whole thing lights up very bright and almost has like a whirling sound to it, like a starting of like a jet engine.
Is the stone still like constantly
Oh, yeah.
changing?
Everything's still. It's actually starting to speed up now that.
Speed up, even better.
We just opened the Stargate.
As that's happening, the frost is starting to get into the building now, and as just to kind of to narrate this to speed it up, since people need to go to bed. With a 14, you do feel pretty confident, and as they group up and they realize you guys are upstairs, a large group of them come up, and you see the green light almost start to pulse as they walk past it. Anyone who's upstairs, the 3 armored statues activate and sword and shield ready and start moving downstairs to the pulsing light.
Nice. All right, guys, if we're gonna do this, we need to just go.
Yep, and we should go, Casper.
Agreed.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, so you all get up there. Let's say you surround the teleportation circle.
Donnie brought the robe.
What did you bring?
That wizard's robe.
Nice. All right, you have a fine wizard's robes. I will
You go, Donnie.
send you exactly what that is if you ever identify it.
It's cursed. Imagine.
so Donnie finally comes up, robe in hand, or over his
Gives him
shoulder.
20 intelligence.
It's a robe of sleeping.
A robe of distraction.
Yes.
Okay, do you all jump in?
Certainly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so you jump in, and it's almost like the center just of the space as you're looking at each other to make sure you time right. It's almost like whoever's standing across you, like they just start to like stretch out and come towards you while you're kind of stretching and coming towards them, and you all start swirling. What was once up is now down. What was down is now up, and you're spinning as fast as the images and the lights were on the map, and you all hit the ground, and you hear, well, I didn't even realize that teleportation circle was working. And that's where we'll end it.
Nice.
What?
Nice.
And that's much akin to apparating in Harry Potter.
Right? That's what I was actually. That's the image in my
It's like
head.
pull them from the inside out, getting all swarmed up, and then you just land and fall over yourself.
Yeah.
During that time, I'm just thinking, boy, I hope the rabbit doesn't puke again.
We will roll
I'm close.
dexterity
Let me
checks
roll a
and constitution checks if we decide to pick this up ever and play it again.
Natural 1 on Constitution. So as we're going out, like we land, and it's just like vomit sprays out like a shotgun spray around me. Not on me at all. But just
It's the rabbit Gatling puke.
It comes out. It comes out mid teleportation, so it's like rain. It's like rain coming down.
When I was 12 years old, I did that in real life on a roller coaster, by the way.
Thank the gods for prestidigitation.
And I was sitting in the front row, so.
oh no.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, all right. There's our one shot. Just in time too, as we've lost all our viewers. Thanks you all for
Well
coming.
done.
Talking to the people in the stream. Thank you all for coming. Whoever's still
Well
around for
done.
tens and tens of viewers. I'll end stream and we can discuss.